Hello, beautiful beings. How is everyone today? Hello, Dee, Shane, Karen, Sue. Awesome to see you guys. Okay, now I'm not sure what everyone else is feeling today, but I, I have this uneasy feeling. It's very, very heavy. And this morning, what Source was saying was it's the collective that I'm tuning into, that I'm feeling. So we have some work to do here, I think. And after this live session, I have a feeling that this heaviness may ease. So every week I'm showing up, you guys are showing up, we are anchoring this knowledge. This knowledge is the light of Christ, of the God source creation, and it's coming through for our spiritual evolution. So we can know the truth, know how to access the truth of who we are. Now, it's going to be quite busy here, so there's going to be a lot of distractions in this stream, I have a feeling. So I'm going to do my very best at pushing through. I was like in dread. No, I wasn't in dread, but I was just feeling the heaviness, and it was just like, oh, like, just, when things just seem like just so hard, so overwhelming. That is one of the emotions that I'm embodying right now. So oh, okay, so Dee, you felt this when you came back to the city after being close to the mountains. Yeah, it's because I've been doing a lot of work and tuning out of the collective. That's something spirits had me doing, and I've felt it's been really weird, because it's like, until today, where I was like, I guess because every Friday I have to show up and tune into the collective and share with you the message from the divine, what's up, what we need to know to be able to keep healing for our spiritual evolution, our ascension. So it was weird, like this week, spirits had me really, and let me know in the comments if you can relate. But also, what I wanted to do in this live stream was, in the beginning, because we haven't got to our topic yet, in the beginning, I want to be able to connect with you guys in the comments and answer any questions. You guys may have some things that come through that you need for your inner standing, for your growth and expansion, things that you would like clarity on, and they may be there for a lesson for us all. So I need to be able to assist you guys. It's all well and good for me to sit here and just talk for an hour or 2 hours, 2.5 hours sometimes. But we need to heal the collective. So we need to be able to release the blockages. And all right, let me have some water. So if you guys have any questions, anything on your spiritual journey, anything that you'd like clarity on, just anything, it's time for me to connect and really interact, to be able to share some of this wisdom. So on this journey, the last 6 years, I've learned a lot through my external, through others, because that's what it's really all about. It's about us raising consciousness, the collective consciousness, because in the collective consciousness right now, it's just so damning, and beings don't know who they are, why they're here. They don't know their true essence. They're so far from their spiritual self, trapped in this denseness, this darkness, following these programs, like trapped in belief and identifying with that, like these beliefs becoming one's identity. So there's so much darkness that we need to push through, and you guys here that are joining us, that are showing up, especially you guys that are showing up consistently every week. Like, you are my tribe. You are those beings that are really the leaders in this great awakening. So what we need to do is we need to find beings in that realm of separation and connect them to this channel so they can begin to unify, receive. It's, yeah, there's so much that has to happen, but at the root of it, it's just all about showing up, us showing up consistently for ourselves, for one another. And that's what this Friday stream is all about. This is about, this community that is open and welcoming for those who are pure of heart and that really are open and ready to learn. You know, okay. So let me just say it. I'm only interacting on YouTube, so I only have the YouTube comments on. So if you are on Facebook and you're watching, hello, but come over, click that link in the description, come over to the YouTube, subscribe, like, and then you'll be able to comment. Because this is what it's all about. It's us like unifying in one space. So the problem that I had, I was back and forth between Facebook and YouTube, and then I was streaming and I had the streaming software up and I was communicating with both Facebook and YouTube. But what I noticed was a problem that I was having, and many blockages were arising from that. And Spirit was saying, no, you need to unify in one place, one space. The YouTube is the portal for that. We are growing this YouTube community because this is where all of our forces are combined. We are all showing up. It's this thing where we're aligning to the one. So that's why why Spirit chooses to do this through YouTube. So do take the time to share this, like this. We want to really get this out there. And we have a lot of resistance because within the collective is so much deception, beings that are blinded by belief. All right, so what do we have? So you've been exhausted for the last 3 days and just about having clear dreams though. That's, yeah, it's been very strange. I've been personally, not, Spirit has had me really steer away from a lot of things and just focus on the here and the now, and getting my space, my home, just more organized and getting rid of a lot of rubbish, doing a lot of spring cleaning. So I've been really focused on that and just being very mindful whilst doing so. That's one of the things that Spirit's really been banging into my head, is just being in the now. And constantly, because I'm me, I'll question things. Oh, well, hang on, should I do this? Should I be recording this? Should I be doing that? And Spirit's like, no. Like being in the now. So what the one thing that Spirit was saying and that I got from that was, by being in the now moment, like that for me is the most powerful, and that for us is the most powerful, especially for those beings that are in the like that are tapped into this frequency and that are working in the inner circle, recording, inputting. Is so important to really just be in the now. And especially when we're tired and exhausted and all that sort of stuff, what is happening is internally there's a lot going on, and we are still in this phase where we are calibrating and integrating. So that's one of those big symptoms. It's like just letting go and just letting flow. Spirit saying just letting go, just letting flow, understanding that you're feeling the way that you're feeling tired, you're feeling exhausted, because within your system, this device, this divine vessel, there's a lot of upgrading. So Shane, you're in my inner circle, so there's a lot being happening within. Mel, tired, frustrating. Oh my God, you should have, oh my God, like this morning, like the heaviness was just weighing on me so much. And I was very frustrated. And I think I look like it. My ex is helping my son paint his room, and he definitely saw it. He knows when I'm not feeling the best. And I was just, yeah, so um, so it's hard showing up when it's like that, but I know when I show up and I do what I have to do, like there's growth that's going to come from it. So I know that so it's like, okay, Dean, you're tuning into the collective. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of knowledge that needs to be shared, so beings in the collective can have deeper knowledge, understanding, and the more that you help the collective, the better you will feel. And it's like this they're showing me a book, like reading a book, like opening the first page and having all those pages ahead of you. And it's like, oh my God, like look at all those pages. And but then they're showing me when I get to the last page and it's like, oh, I finished it. Awesome. Like, so it's like that's what this that's the energy behind the way that I'm feeling it. Oh, it's so strange. I can't explain it. Oh. Stefan, Denmark, beautiful. Hello, welcome. Tanya, hello. Raluca. Oh, Stefan, yeah, it's darkest before the dawn. I feel, yeah, and that's the thing. Before there's like this really big breakthrough, it feels like this, and it just feels like, oh, like last night, same thing. I was just like, oh, and I know every month, every week, I go through this, and it's like I should be used to it. But when we're embodying these things to transmute them, they don't feel great. So it's this knowledge that we really need to just trust and know. Like, no, okay, well, you go through this every single week. Thursday is always a really trying time emotionally because of all those things that you're transmitting. I'm just speaking personally for the weekly live streams that I have to do, because I'm here to really transmute and to share light. So the beings tuning in can have a deeper understanding, deeper insight, if you know what I mean. So, but every month too. So we are these cyclistic beings, and every 28 days we're going through this cycle. This is our cycle of being. And it's really goes via this moon and the phases of the moon. So this is something in our inner circle that we are learning about. But one of the things that is so important is us really doing our individual learning, having the access to the knowledge. And okay, yeah, so I'm just absolutely lost right now. So let's just launch straight into it. There's no questions or anything for me to connect and answer questions or anything like that. So we're just going to move on. And we're talking about what does that say? Restrictions are being removed, DNA being upgraded. Yeah. And today I feel a lot of I do feel restricted. I do absolutely feel like it's just this most horrible feeling. And I hate when I have to get on here and be like this, but Spirit's like, you've got to be true to yourself. You've got to be real, authentic. You've got to share where you're at, share your struggles, because everyone else is going through this same thing. You know, you're not alone. You're not alone. We're not alone. And this journey isn't all rainbows and butterflies and just saying we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, and just sitting there meditating and letting time just pass us by and just, like, we're here to take action. We're here to do things. We're here to use our will to be able to push down these boundaries, these barriers. So we're using this divine truth to release this deception for our ascension. That's right, Raluca. If we don't feel stuck, heaviness, distraction, we don't pay enough attention to what's happening in the moment. Yeah. So for those beings that are here for big things, like the fact that you're here for big things because you're doing big things right now. It might not even feel like it, but you are. Like, it's all about connection and unity. So us unifying. So on this, for the last 6 years, I've been on the Ascension path. I've unlocked all these interdimensional gateways, sacred geometries to grow multi-dimensionally. I have moved into the 48D and then into the infinite. I'm sitting on my throne in this core of creation. I've balanced myself, my my higher self and my lower self have merged. And I'm in this anchor point, this still point, this 0 point, this now moment. So every day I'm learning, and it's just spirit is here. I'm just saying spirit guide. I'm here to guide through spirit, and people say, what spirit? Well, the Holy Spirit, because I'm spiritually whole. I've embodied Christ. So God, they're saying I've embodied God, my God self. So they're showing me the infinite. They're showing me the journey that I have gone on. And it's kind of like a rocket ship type thing. So what I'm seeing is the infinite, right? But what I'm seeing is where I started off, and that's where all humanity are. And I'm here to guide people on this journey because it takes alignment. It takes this alignment that can only be accessed through the one. And the healing is the gift from God to be able to maintain, to gain that enlightenment, that alignment. That's weird, but this is the enlightenment path as well. So I'm just seeing hell and heaven. They want me to bring up my dream. Okay, so I've been having really crap dreams too because of this collective energy. But lessons come from it because, of course, I have to tune into the collective to do my job. I just don't, it just doesn't affect me as much on a daily basis as what it used to. So, and I'm still navigating this. I'm still figuring out how to do what I've come here to do. This isn't like it's like, okay, you're remembering who you are. Yeah, it's like your spiritual self is the one that will teach you. I'm here to guide, but your spiritual self is what you need to connect to. You need to release, you need to heal to release the separation, to be able to get a stronger connection with your spiritual self, because this is this time where, just like I'm saying, what I have done, this is what is up to you to do if you choose. So it's like they're showing me this like rocket ship, this, what do you call like an orbit? Yeah, like an orbit. It's like an orbit, like, so beginning in this hell, down in this old world, earth, separation, antichrist, where Satan rules. It's Satan's universe, right? You're a pawn and a player in Satan's universe, in Yahweh's universe, I don't know, whatever you want to call that, Yaldabaoth, like that, you are a slave to the ego and the lower self, basically. Okay. We're going back and forth. Look how scattered this live is. This is, so you guys really have some work cut out for you, because you have to, I don't know, hopefully Spirit brings it all in at the moment. But anyway, so so it's this orbit they're showing me. So the ego, the lower self, the symbol for that, Satan. So what beings need to do now is to release themselves from that. So Christ, the God source, is here to share the knowledge so you can begin to do that. If you're ready to heal, to begin to release the deception, come and join the inner circle. That requires my energy, and my energy isn't free. So that's why, and there always has to be an energy exchange. I'm not going to pour my energy out and to beings that just want to take and don't want to give. So Spirit really has a test for all beings that come across this, because there's a lot of beings that say, oh, it's from God, oh, it's Christ, and it should be free. Well, that's a bit ignorant, because you don't understand how creation really works and how this journey really works. Because what we have is an old world information. We have so much deception sewn into all those old world programs, religion, healing, other healing modalities, there's so much law of one stuff. There's so much false light out there. New Earth, so much rubbish in that. 5D, that's so limiting, because you're anchoring and aligning yourself to 5D, where 5D is still very much in that trap of separation, of the Antichrist. So the collective right now feels like this tangled ball of yarn, where I'm finding it so scattered, so hard to tune into and take this knowledge. Like, if you look back at previous lives, and if you've been watching previous lives, some are just great and they just flow. Others aren't. So collectively, we're really going through a struggle right now. But like Stefan says, the darkest, see, I can't even, it's the darkest before the dawn. Okay. So it looks like, and it feels like, we are collectively going to have a breakthrough. But first we have to try and gather ourselves and align, because this is all about alignment. So what I'm seeing is this, I'm seeing, is anyone familiar with a machine, a gaming machine? My son always used to play it, or if he sees it somewhere, he'll play it. And it's where you've got to line up the lights, like the thing goes like that. There's prizes up the top. And then it's like blocks you have to line up. And if you line them all up, you get the prize. So you've got to press the button when the thing's going to get it in the right spot. So every line, it sort of goes, and you've got to press the button and then hope it, yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing, this game where to get the prize, you have to be in alignment. So right now, okay, thank you, Spirit. So it's just like, okay. So it's times like this that after I get off and I'm like, okay, what the hell? Now I start asking questions. And then I start talking to Spirit. Okay, so what do we need to do so next live isn't like that? How can I get greater alignment within the collective? How can we get on the same page so we can really benefit? Because right now there is so much deception, so much blockages within the collective, that it's really preventing me from getting a clear answer, like clarity. So in my dream last night, I was somewhere, I don't know, it was a room full of people, and I was there with a girl that I used to be very good friends with. And many, many years ago, Jesus and becoming a Christian changed her life. I haven't spoken to her for years though. So she's arguing with this other person about her religious beliefs. And this other person, lady, is arguing with her about her religious beliefs. And they just were just arguing back and forth. And and then I'm like, hey, like, this is separation. You both are, like, it was, I don't know what I said, but it was so profound in my dream. Let me have some water and let's see. Hang on. I don't like that cup with a straw. Let's just drink this. Okay. Let's just do this for a moment because I need all the help I can get. Let's just bring our hands together, balance. Just take a moment. Okay. I just want to see the unity scale. 3. Our unity scale is 3. It should be 8. Okay. Now, who are my collective that know the absolute hand pose? My 144, where are you guys? Can you just do the absolute hand pose for a moment? Absolute hand pose, please. All those in the inner circle, whoever knows how to do the absolute pose, let's do the absolute pose for a moment. I just want to see if that makes a difference. Because we really need to get this collective, like we need to really release some stuff in this collective because it's difficult. And also, you guys in my inner circle, if you have any ideas or anything like that, input it here, share, whatever. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws right now. So this is what happens because we are growing. And one of the things that I do when people are asking for one-on-ones and stuff like that, like phone conversations, which I just don't do right now, is I guide them here so they can connect, we can connect. And any questions that they have, we can get to them if they're for the growth of our collective. So this could be the issue. Why? Because we are growing. It could just be like because we go in stages, and this is just, it's like they're showing me this snowball down a mountain that's growing bigger and bigger, like snowballing. So we have to be able to keep up with that frequency wise, and we need to be able to keep healing to become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah, I just want to get off this live right now. I've just had it. I've had enough. It's so difficult. This is the most difficult one. I say that sometimes. I'm like, this is the most difficult one. Yes, Raluca. Holy spiritual. Holy, yeah. Oh my God, I can't even read. So merging our higher and our lower self through self-healing, following the inner guidance from your spiritual self. That's what we're here to do. And that's what spirit wants to guide you. This is all about spiritual connection, you connecting to spirit, you learning how to heal. Because all the old world healing techniques, they're all fixed in separation. And within this separation, all these programs of deception. So going back to the dream, it's like we have these two people who are arguing about God and Christ from different religions, and it's keeping them separate. It's keeping them separated. And it's these beliefs, this separation, that is keeping us in the dark. Because we are all Christ. We are all one at the end of the road. So by us allowing ourselves to stay fixed into a certain belief system, like you're allowing that, you are there in that belief system, you're in that particular healing modality, that particular new earth. There's so many different things. You're fixed in that belief system, no matter what it is, 5D, new earth, Buddha, bloody, like no matter what religion, what God, but you are a freaking God. You are a God. Also star seeds. We've got all these beings that are saying, I'm this star seed, I'm that star seed. But no, you're an actual God. You've lived infinite lives because you are the one. You are an expression of source. It's the separation that's keeping you. Yeah, it's this mess. Can you just see how messy this live is? I don't know about you, but I'm just like, this is so messy. That's awesome, Stefan. But what we aim to do is get everyone in the frequency of one in this inner circle. So you can use that frequency and everything that you have learned in your whole life with the frequency of God, Christ, to neutralize, to walk the line to the one, to create that connection to your spiritual self. So you can go beyond the physical realm, connect to spirit in the realm of consciousness. So many things came through in my dream, and I'm just finding it so hard to, hang on, I want to check. I'm doing the absolute hand pose right now. I didn't check what. All right, I just want to check and see if the unity scale is any different. No, they're not even giving. Spirit's not even giving me an answer now. Okay. So we have beings that are petrified, that are ruled by fear, that are so I'm just seeing the scales, okay? Again, I'm seeing a few things. I'm seeing they're trying to, it's like I'm seeing that infinite sign, hell, heaven, higher self, lower self. And you are the bridge between both those, okay? And you are the vessel. You are this vessel. So when they're showing me this infinite sign and the journey that I've been on and what I'm here to guide beings, I'm here to share the frequency, self-healing tools, the Ascension program with beings so they can do this for themselves, so they can begin this orbit. It's like this orbit to move from this realm, this dark realm, connect to the heavens, come back down, brief visit back in that physical world, and then come up and be anchored in and sitting in that, the bridge between both worlds. And it's always difficult because I say to Spirit, well, how am I? This journey has been insane, insane. But on this journey, I've been crowned and an embodiment of the Mother, the Father, and the Child, the Christ. I've embodied Christ. And now Spirit's like, okay, you need to find the 144,000. The 144,000 are beings that are naturally going to find you, and they're going to choose to empower themselves, to heal with you, to anchor this force, to sip from your cup. That's what they're saying, to sip from your cup. Because this is the holy waters that I share with beings, and this holy waters is like this energy of order. That's what they're showing me. This light that creates order within oneself. It gives beings the ability to be able to release the separation, to release the darkness, to open those interdimensional gateways, to embody the feminine, the masculine, and then for them to balance both of those, to be a frequency match, to move through the Vesica Pisces, to move through that realm, to move. Okay, so to move from the realm of polarity, duality, to this tri-wave. So this holy, what would you call it? It's like this, they're just showing me the triangle. They're just showing me the triangle. Consciousness, they're saying, because that triangle, 1, 2, 3, is that symbol of consciousness. Mind, body, spirit. Time, space, consciousness. So in time, and I hope we can do it soon, because the more beings that begin this ascent, that free themselves from this realm of duality, light and dark, that separation, good and evil, like Satan, God, right? The more people that free their minds from that way of thinking, that very black and white way of thinking, the more magic we get on this planet. So I can't wait till Spirit says, okay, where's the next wave of 144? And we do the intake, because these beings are, so the problem here that I'm having is I'm trying to tune into the future, and I'm getting a brick wall. Let me have some water. But I just can't wait for that, because it's going to be so much easier. Right now, all I have is the inner circle where beings can connect and release all those things that I've released. Emotions, beliefs, toxicities, parasites, freaking, because we're clearing on the consciousness level, and consciousness is what creates this blueprint. We're clearing on that level, where beings get to connect to this inner circle and release all the deception. So they get to learn how to operate and awaken the divine vessel. So in their everyday lives, they will be experiencing things, lessons from Spirit, and they're not using these lessons from Spirit, so they're not growing. Then they're not evolving, and they're going to get left behind. So it's like, to be a frequency match with New Earth, to begin this migration to New Earth, takes a very particular set of instruction sets, and that has been gifted to myself through extreme sacrifice and struggle for the last 6 years, like dedication, working around the clock, pushing. So beings can access the healing program that I use to be able to heal in the inner circle. And in doing so, by walking through that portal of the inner circle, they're connecting to the core of creation. They're connecting to the Christ. and they begin to upgrade their vessel in a way for this alignment, for this resonance. And you can leave anytime, but you're not supported through my energy, because it's so strange. Spirits, we have the inner circle, which offers divine protection. It is my energy. So every day we're working together, myself and those beings in there, to support humanity. But maybe there's a blockage there. Maybe that's why, I don't know what's going on. This live is the most, when there are blockages like this, there's always a blockage. Like when there is, when I feel that when I can't get the messages from spirit that I like in an easier fashion, I know there's a blockage somewhere. So we have the outer rim, which is here, the YouTube. Could be a blockage there. Then we have the inner circle. Could be a blockage there. And then we have the 144. No blockages there. So it's something within the inner circle or the outer rim. That's what I like to call YouTube, because you guys are outside looking in. You're accessing the knowledge, or the knowledge the best that I can get it today, because this job is difficult. This job isn't all rainbows and butterflies, and there's a lot of beings out there, a lot of teachers that will get on and just pretend that it's all rainbows and butterflies, and I'm struggling today. I am really, really struggling today. And I'm not sure what lesson this is from Spirit, but it's bugging me, because I don't like feeling like this. I like getting on here and giving you guys a really boom, 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 good message. But this is just all over the place. And so what have we got? It's releasing deception. Yes, it's just so much blockages and things that need to be released. So definitely on next week's members live stream, guess what we're doing? We will be seeing if there is blockages. And this is all about clarity and all of us being on the same page. So here on YouTube and in the inner circle, it's all about us having the knowledge so we can operate more effectively as this finely oiled machine. And when we do that, when we all become and get in alignment, we're able to reach new heights. So this is just what's happening, and this has happened quite a few times before in the last 6 years, because this is evolution. Evolution is we're pushing. Evolution doesn't come easy. So those beings that want things to come easy, you're in the wrong place. Like if you just want something for free, I'm just trying to tune into my dream. And this morning when I woke up, Spirit was saying something. So I'm here to find those seekers, those beings that question, those guys that have been just following their heart, that have been doing their healing work, doing their whatever healing work that you do, doing that, really showing up for yourself and going within and really getting to know you. Switch those beings that aren't you guys know who you are. You've just been we have okay, so one of the things that came through yesterday was the beings that are followers, they're not going to be saved. It's the beings that go within and follow the beat of their own drum, the ones that are unafraid to stand alone. It's those guys that are going to be saved, because it's going to be those beings that are going to save themselves. And Spirit wants those beings who, this is all this journey, like I say, anyone can join, but very few will answer the call, because there's blockages there preventing them from taking that leap of faith and trusting in the universe, trusting in the divine. So Spirit is making this available to you. And if you want to heal like you've never healed before, if you want to create, if you're a healer and you do a few different things, and you have a few different healing things for your tool belt, if you join this, you're going to be a builder of something completely unique and amazing. Like, this is bridging the gap. This is where we are releasing, neutralizing all that separation to unify. So it's like I'm talking in riddles, isn't it? Let me know, guys. And I'm going to get off soon, because I've really had a gutful of this live. This is horrible. This feels horrible. This is just, and it's times like this, and I want to be really real, that it's like, well, why do I even bother? You know what I mean? Why bother showing up every single week? And these are the tests that Spirit put us through. It's like, no matter how bad it gets, we still keep going. Like, is that you? And it's like, if you're coming across me, you've probably been on this journey for quite some time now, seeking knowledge, going within, healing, distancing yourself from many, many people. Yeah, and it's just like today, it's just like, it feels that horrible, and I'm embodying and to transmute all this sort of stuff, and it's like, why? Like, Spirit really pushes us, because it's creating this strength and this resilience. And in this moment right now, where I'm feeling quite sorry for myself, and it's like, well, why do I? It's like that whingy type. Oh, sick of it. Releasing reliance on others for your self-healing and knowing. Thank you, Karen. Yeah. We're doing this for ourselves, aren't we? It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. We're going within, and we're doing what Spirit's guiding us to do. We are creating that deeper connection with our spiritual self, because this is where our lower self and our spiritual self is merging, and your spiritual self is holding out that hand, like that God picture in wherever it is, where like you've got that hand, the God, and that's you and you, right? So it's like Spirit really trying to push for this connection, but Spirit isn't going to reward you if you're going to stick to those old patterns. Feeling sorry for yourself, victim blaming, like playing the victim. Oh, there's nothing I can do, and it's all blaming everyone. Well, it's that person's fault because I wouldn't have done this if this, that, and the other. So we don't want those people. We don't want those people who just want free stuff, free, and consume, but then they don't have substance, where they're not going to give anything back. Like, this is the time where those beings who have really been steadfast and just doing their thing, going where their heart resonates, different. So yeah, this, I'm just going to cut this live stream off, because obviously there's a lot of work that I need to do, my collective needs to do, that you guys here need to do, and I'm hoping that something has come through that you can use. Modern day key to unlock ancient wisdom knowledge. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we are doing here. And you know, and it's just not always perfection. There's a lot of people that want it to just look great and look pretty and just be all dressed up with a bow and just all these promises and rah, 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 rah. But this is just real life. This is the truth of creation and how it works. So it's like, if you want to spiritually evolve, it's time to push. It's time to grow. It's time to see your worth, because spirit's not going to give you shit if you're not going to see yourself worthy, because you're operating out of fear, you're operating out of lack, poverty consciousness, you're operating through the Antichrist, you're operating through devil energy, you are operating through programs, beliefs, separation. You're letting things block you from knowing who you are. You're letting things block you from healing. So spirit is going to gift those beings that take the leap of faith, that operate through faith, that operate through love and trust and wanting to serve. You know, if you don't value yourself, you don't want to invest in yourself, you don't see your worth, that's going to be reflected to you. And you're just going to keep operating the way that you've always operated. Right now, we have this ticket to freedom for you, but what it takes is you actually taking action, taking the leap of faith, and trusting in yourself that you've got this. You've got a beautiful collective that is going to support you no matter what. We are all working and healing, and yeah, I just can't wait to get off, because I'm this spiritual scientist. So after I get off here, I'm going to do some questioning and just see what the hell is going on. What's the moon doing? So we're in this integration phase. We've got 11 people watching. When's the next full moon? The next full moon is Friday, the 24th. So we're in this integration phase, guys. Inner circle, those beings that are in the inner circle, you guys know what I'm talking about. We're in this cycle of being. We're in the integration phase, where there's a lot of things that are just, we are due for a lot of big things coming through. That's interesting, Raluca. It keeps returning to your mind for some time that we are still too heavily stuck in emotional negative old patterns with families, mum, dad. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I can totally resonate with that. I can totally resonate with that in a way that, but also one of the things that struck me the other day was, you know, with our mother and our father, and how we are those children that are here to see how every generation slightly different. And so we're here to change things from that old outdated way of being. And it's this symbol of evolution. So we have the Holy Mother and the Holy Father um, coming together to create the child, this Christed child. And it's this symbol of evolution and the life that springs forth from that creation, the mother, the father, and that process. So we are here, these children, children of God, here to change things, here to shift things, and here to and we draw upon the input from our families hugely. There's a lot of things that happen within our families that we can input, that we can learn from. Spiritual lessons that come to us through those beings in the external. So we look at our parents, right? We all have these parents, and we have these situations that we've grown up with siblings and all that sort of stuff, and these power dynamics and these patterns and these it's we've come through, and our families are the biggest teachers, but sometimes not in all the right ways. So we use the positive, we use the negative, and it's mainly the negative things that we want to that are really that we want to break free from. So it's amazing. Like you are this core, this container, this monad, this spirit trapped in a physical body with all this separation. So we've got to clear that separation. We've got to clear those false beliefs, those limiting beliefs, those things that keep you separate. That was weird. Those things that keep you separate from the truth and keep you separate from those beings that are here on a similar message. So it's like this fight that in my dream, that this girl that I was friends with and this other girl, they were both fighting about Christ, right? And it's like, hey, you guys are both Christ at the core. What you are arguing about is belief, and belief is separation, and separation is of the devil, is Satan. All these texts, all these religious belief systems, these structures, they are all put there to keep you from connecting freely with others. Everyone is this beautiful expression of the one, but everyone is contained by this separation, these belief systems, these programs that have you just judging and blocking others. It's strange. It's like everyone is freaking divine at the core. We all have very unique and individual lessons and things that need to be healed and released. Now in the inner circle, we have the frequency, the self-healing tools to be able to do that. In time, we will be looking for the next wave of 144, those Christ initiates. Can't wait for that, because we will level up collectively in a massive way when that happens. But first, there's just so much deception. There's deception in relation to the 144,000. Like all these different religions have all these different beliefs on this number, spiritual, and all these different, there's all these different separate ways of being, programs, belief systems. Everything in that external is separate. There's so many boxes, labels, just people, oh, well, you don't believe this. So, so much judgment. It's like, if someone doesn't believe your beliefs, which are mental constructs and prisons anyway, like, you shun them. People, it still surprises me that people judge others based on colors and culture, and it's just like, really? Like, seriously? You are that de-evolved that you're going to judge someone based on. It's just crazy. We're here to evolve, and we're here to create new earth, and we're here to release all those belief systems. And this is the first step to doing it: joining here, unifying, connecting your energy with the collective that is here to change the world. You can be a part of that. This is history in the making. Okay, we have these texts from the past that have been written by beings that have connected to higher realms, and they have written and documented, they've recorded that. And what we have is most of the planet worshipping those old world ways when it's happening right now in front of them. Now they get to make the choice. Do you want to be a part of history in the making and actually join forces with the one and go down in history? Or do you wish to turn your back and oh wow, Tanya, dreamt of 3 aspects of yourself from 3 different timelines. That's cool. So going back to the mother and the father, and our grandparents and all that sort of stuff, we see those people as something outside ourselves. When certain patterns that you see them acting upon, or that they used to act upon, or things, behaviors, whatever, they're things that within you that need to be healed. Okay, because you are a part of this creation process, and you are 50-50 of those parents, right? And the programs that exist in them exist also in you. It's like they come together and create you, and you contain everything. You contain all your ancestors' information. So that is a massive, massive contributor towards that separation that is within you. Yeah, those programs may not be active. You may not have that particular behavior, but you are seeing that because Spirit is showing you that. That is still something that you need to identify and heal within yourself. Because we are here not only to just heal ourselves, we're here to heal our ancestry line. I hear that buzzword all the time, generational curse breaker, right? But it's not just curses, it's freaking everything. Like, not just curses, it's just like generational everything. You're here to clear infinite generational energies. So, so we're here to really address those collective issues when we're operating in the external. Things come to us. We have these people that have these negative ways of interacting with us, or we have those people who just tend to just like, I'm thinking of looking for love. When you're looking for love, and something I'm not doing because I'm here to merge the masculine feminine within and focus on my ascension. And many of those 144 are single. Isn't it funny? It's like we don't need anyone external to us. So it's like we have these beings that are looking for love. They're looking for their twin flame, and looking everywhere outside themselves, and they keep attracting these type of people into their life, like this relationship, this negative relationship. So they keep attracting someone into their life that keeps cheating on them. Every time they get a new partner, they just get cheated on. And they're like, well, what is wrong with me? It's because Spirit is showing you that you need to heal. You've got a shit ton of healing to do, because if you don't, you're always going to, just like a magnet, attract that same person. So they'll do that to you. So it's like Spirit sends these people to you. Your frequency that you are, that is everything that is contained with You are the universe, right? So to be able to spiritually evolve, we're in this time now where you need to spiritually evolve. And if you don't, you're going to just, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to those. To who knows, right? You're just going to keep suffering like you always have, and it's going to be even more. It's like losing control. They just keep showing cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. So I was like, you draw things into your reality based on the frequency that you're at. This is just about frequency. Frequency, frequency, frequency. Depending on your frequency, you're going to pull stuff in. And you can shift that, you can change that by healing through Christ, healing through the God source. Because what we do is we're not operating in this realm of duality. We're not being pulled this way and that way. What we do is we input that stuff, we record it. And when we put pen to paper and we're in that inner circle, the input that is put on that paper is neutralized and we move into this tri-wave. So what do we call it? It's like we're walking the line between both worlds. We are balancing, we are aligning, we are neutralizing, we are ascending. We are getting to know who we truly are. I'm just seeing the word steadfast. So we're using those ancestral patterns. We're using those collective, those things that get pulled in, those people that just, we're using everything in our external, everything. We're exploring the realm of consciousness and exploring who we are at the soul level. Right now, humanity are in their ego. And even if you say you're not in your ego, you are in your ego, and your ego is heavily, heavily, heavily imbalanced because your unconscious, your conscious, your subconscious, they're all out of whack. You're out of alignment with the core of this planet. You're out of alignment. You're trapped in this dark system, in hell. It's like there's 7 levels of hell that you've got to dig out of before you even see the rainbow to begin to contain those rays, because this is all about the rainbow rays. And this is this Christ initiation, this 144 program that beings get to heal, to be in resonance with, but actually hold the Ascension program so they can unlock all these interdimensional gateways for themselves, so they can do this, dig themselves out of this 7 levels of hell. They become aligned with the core, the Earth's core. They, with all the planets, with the move through that solar core of this soul trap, move out of that, and they're saying into Andromeda. Oh, it's sort of like this journey that they'll show me, like this orbit, like this journey, this actual journey where consciously we're healing to free ourselves from the separation so we can be free of the soul trap. So in time, I can't wait to give beings the opportunity to be able to receive that. Of course, it's only going to be a certain type of person, and we don't want those beings who are not for this, because this is a sacred gift. So yeah, this is the ascent. This is the ascent and the evolution of humanity, where the Ascension program and the keys are presented to those who are worthy, but the worthiness depends on how you see your worth. You know what I mean? So this is this spiritual test, and I've had many, 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 many spiritual tests, as have my collective, and we keep choosing ourselves. We keep choosing to heal, to know, to serve humanity, to shift reality, to shift that external realm. So we've spent 6 years, many of us, the 144, have spent all this time using the things in the external, those lessons that Spirit brings us through multiple different sources, um, to be able to heal for that. So we can heal that within ourselves, so we can shift that external reality. So imagine when all these other people are doing that. Like we have the beings in the inner circle who are doing that, they're in the inner circle, they've chose themselves, they're investing in themselves, they're seeing their worth to invest in a monthly membership. In doing so, they connect to this frequency, they connect to this energy, they become to draw from the cup. It's like they get to drink from this cup of the eternal waters, and they use the messages that Spirit gives them on this daily basis through external and physical, like all these different inputs. They record that, they're healing on that, and by them shifting their inner world, they're shifting the outer world. That's what the inner circle is all about. It's about showing up and healing yourself to shift that world outside yourself. So imagine when those beings are going to say, okay, well, I'm going to take that leap of faith and I'm going to join that. And I'm actually going to do the work. I'm going to watch all the videos, learn how it's done. And then once you learn how it's done, it's quite easy. And if there's anyone in that membership that do have any questions or they're struggling, there is a stream there where they can pop their questions and I can get back to them, right? But if no one's questioning things, I don't know. I'm just going to keep healing and healing and healing for all of us. Everything I do on a daily basis is for those in the inner circle, and there's 144. So if they're good, if they're not asking questions, if they're right, they're doing the work, that's awesome. But I don't know. I just feel there's a few chemtrails out. Are they chemtrails? I don't really know about chemtrails, but it looks like a DNA. It looks like it's going like that. Like looks like it actually looks like the thing I was talking about, like the orbit path. That's really funny. I just keep looking at it because it sort of looks like a DNA or like a kind of like the infinite sign, a bit pointy above. So I can't wait to see the members next week and see what's happening, how everyone is, and just check and see. I don't know, maybe it's time for, I don't know. I just feel there's big things. Yeah, let's just meet up next week. Come and see us next week on the YouTube. And let's see where we're at, because today has been very difficult. Really, please do. Yes, I know. Don't share this. This is freaking horrible life. But yeah, it's just like it's just the way it is right now. I've got nothing. I've got absolutely nothing. All right, guys, love you all. And if you did want to level up and I don't know, see what comes through next week in the members live, consider showing us support on Patreon and joining us in the inner circle there so we can heal and keep accessing knowledge, because maybe we've plateaued. I don't know what's happened, but next week, hopefully I know a lot more, and we've just got to clear out the bugs. There's bugs somewhere. There's bugs somewhere. So part of this journey is us all being on the same page. So whether it's in this collective, the inner circle collective, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I love you, and I've got to get off and